Hey everyone, welcome in today. We have the second semi-final of the ZRL. We're in a time trial on Douce France. I've got the route there on the left-hand side for you to see. Basically, this is the second part of the three-part ZRL final series. So today we have a really strong team in, and I am following Gatesy for today's stream. So my OBS needed a download just before the start as I went to press play. So we are watching Gatesy's stream now. We had a really good team in today, but through the intestine section of the course, we were really, really sloppy. So Anders and myself get into a little bit of trouble early on and have to work pretty hard to get back in. Some of our formations were just not as smooth as we'd like. I am playing on 4 times speed because I do understand that TTTs can be hard to watch sometimes. So again, Alex is a little off the back here, but from here we start to get into our work. Now, other teams' fates are in our hands for this one today. So basically, if we show up, we go through to the grand final, tick. And if we win, basically what happens is that the CC team will finish second and ESRT will finish third and won't advance to the final, the cup final or whatever it is called next week. So our team today, we have leading off in the order is myself, where I am doing 45-second turns, then followed by Marco, who's doing 45-second turns. Marco's behind me, probably being the strongest rider in the team. We then have Kieran, who is third. He holds a key place behind those two longer turns. He'll be doing 30-second turns, as will the rest of the guys. We have Lackey, Gatesy, and Anders. So the top four from last week, and we've brought in Anders, who's in really fantastic form as well. Now, you can see the gap to ESRT down the bottom. So through 9 minutes on the screen there, you can see we're 4 seconds up. So it's still pretty close at this stage. But as I said, we were pretty sloppy early. It's been a while since we've done a TTT together. And that intestine section is just difficult with the lack of draft as you snake through and weave through those corners. But gee, we get it together. And in this last kind of 20 minutes of the race, we operate pretty smooth and pretty hard. You'll see most of the time we're in that kind of nice formation, holding our spot. But the TTT really does require focus. And what you do really impacts the rider ahead of you. So if you push up too close on a rider in one of these non-steering TTTs, you get pushed to the side and out of the draft. So it's on all 6 riders to really focus on their craft and their positioning throughout, which is what makes it so technical, I guess you could say. So Gatesy's doing a nice turn up to the aqueduct, and here he uses some real smarts before the downhill. You'll see there he kicks up to 700 watts briefly just to make sure that he stays last wheel and doesn't have to work hard to get on in there. Now, I do a massive turn on the downhills in these races. The reason being, everyone has so much more draft. So when we get to those kind of turns, I think for me, even though the speed gain isn't massive, I try and launch into close to 8 watts a kilo on those downhill turns, just to help the guys out, because I know that otherwise they'd be really, really cruising in the draft. Sometimes that's good because you need a rest, but checking the heart rates of most of the team at the moment, and I knew that we were under control. So we've got 25 seconds on ESRT going into the last 10K. And this is where we really start to hammer. So you'll notice a lot of our turns are mostly from here on in over 7 watts a kilo, or at least close to it, dipping into that range for a fair bit of it. So I'm on the front right now, over 7, and then I'll peel off and Marco will do the same. So doing his 45-second turns. We did those 45s for me and Marco, and consecutively, because 90 seconds is a pretty simple number to remember between the two of us. So as long as we went one after the other, the kind of clock was simple to manage. We don't use one of the fancy tools that the TTT teams are using these days. We do it pretty simply. So that's the reason there. Lackey was just doing over sevens. Now Gates is putting in a massive effort here, 500 watts. He's averaging 372 through 20 minutes, which that's big numbers. That's really, really big numbers. And you can see that gap is now really quickly opening up um, as we get back into one of our last rotations. From here, the plan is basically to continue as is, but if someone needs to skip a turn or anything, I think that the guys have enough juice left that they can manage it between themselves. But you can see now on this flatter section, our order for the most part is really kind of lined out as we head into the final 5 kilometers. In terms of other business, I'm now kind of waiting on those few exciting things after the weekend. So, looking forward to having my jersey in game, hopefully on both platforms, especially given that the other nations get their national champion jersey on Zwift. Really looking forward to that one. Within the week, I should have my Halo bike, Lightning sock, and national champs combo, so can't wait to have that. Also looking forward to having my the gold medal and the in real life kind of Aussie champs jersey to hang up on the wall, I guess, and then hopefully something special on the way through Mackay Cycles. If you remember or if you followed along, you might know Kate got a special kind of team kit for her win, and I think Mackay are going to do something similar. So watch this space as we head into the last K. Everyone who's got legs just goes over the top. Now it's all about emptying the tank. You can see orange numbers all around. Little bit of lightning socks action from me up the front as we hit the last 250, and the other 5 boys roll across the line together. There's the numbers. Zwift power numbers. All the boys averaged over 5, so that's really good. A really fast time on that course, actually, in the end, especially considering the how long it took us to get into it. Now, here's the bracket heading into the Cup final. So I think the top 2 teams from both will advance. So we will race BL13 Inc. and the All for Cakes next week in this points race on the Breakfast Crits and Grits, which it's a good course for me. It's a good course for Gatesy, who was best on ground in the grand final last year. So I'll see you then. Hopefully, you stuck around to watch a whole TTT. I know it can be difficult, but if you did, appreciate you. Catch up.